this video, I'm going to go over 3 different options you can do when starting to build out your home gym. So without any question, the number 1 piece of equipment I would buy, and can really just be your only piece of equipment for a very long time, would be adjustable dumbbells. As of shooting this video, my favorite adjustable dumbbells are the Core Fitness adjustable dumbbells that go from 5 to 50 pounds. All you need to do is simply turn the handle left or right to increase or decrease the weight you are using, and then use them in your training. The main reason I am putting adjustable dumbbells first is that you can hit your entire body with just dumbbells alone. The adjustable dumbbells are also very compact, not taking up much space, and allow you to easily progress with your training over time, which again, progressive overload is one of the main drivers for you getting bigger and stronger. As of shooting this video, I am using the Core Fitness adjustable dumbbells. These dumbbells do go from 5 to 50 pounds by simply turning the handle left or right, and you can easily pick the weight you are using depending on what exercise it is you are performing. However, there are some issues that might stop you from buying dumbbells, and let's jump into that now. The first reason why adjustable dumbbells might not be best for you is that they are easily the most expensive item in this list. I bought my Core Fitness adjustable dumbbells for 325 pounds about 3 years ago, so they have provided a lot of value for me over those 3 years. I still use them today, but I have maxed out in some of the exercises for that 50-pound weight limit, which means I might need to look into additional dumbbells to get me over to 55 and plus, maybe even to the 100 pounds. So that's, again, the main drawback that I have with them. But again, they are very expensive, especially right now as shooting this video with the current virus going around. Another drawback to adjustable dumbbells is that you can't do any overhead pulling style movements. Now, overhead pulls are great for your back development, but without the ability to really do this, you're going to have to get a bit more clever on how to attack your entire back musculature. It can be done with dumbbells, but just know you might have to get a little crafty in how you do it. I really prefer pull-ups for my upper back training, but again, you can't do that with dumbbells. The next item is the cheapest on the list, and that is resistance bands. So resistance bands also do a great job on attacking the entire body for your training. Being that they are the cheapest, this might be the best option for you. As of shooting this video, I am using the U-Power resistance bands, which I love and use for a lot of my current training if I'm not using dumbbells. For example, I love using them for the overhead press, as I had issues with my shoulders, and pushing from, again, that lowered position in the overhead press up was hard on my shoulders, so I use the resistance bands because I don't have that sticking point at the bottom. So the main drawback here would be if you are looking to get stronger in that lower pushing position, I can't do that because the resistance bands, as they are lowered back to the ground, would remove all of the tension out of the band, which is one of their major drawbacks. Another drawback I do have is that using door anchors can be very dangerous. Take it from me, as someone who has put a door anchor in their door and had it open on them and slapped them across the chest, it is not a good feeling. I've also had them under my feet, whip across my back without a shirt on, literally felt like someone whipped me, so that is another thing to look out for when using resistance bands, as they can potentially be dangerous. No, I've never had a resistance band actually snap on me, so I wouldn't be too concerned with that unless you're doing something absolutely crazy with the resistance bands that you bought, but just know I've actually never had one snap or break on me completely. One other thing is that the door anchors can get stuck in your door, and I've actually broken my door frame trying to get them out, so another thing you might want to watch out for. Otherwise, the resistance bands are pretty similar to dumbbells, and they can also be great for traveling. They are cheap and can be very effective when just starting out. Again, I just prefer to use dumbbells, even though they are the most expensive option. I like to use dumbbells, and I think adjustable dumbbells are amazing for figuring out progression, but resistance bands can be great if, again, you are just starting out and don't have a lot of money to start a home gym. Another issue you may have with resistance bands is that tracking the current resistance you are using with them is more difficult than, say, dumbbells. You can change the resistance by doing things like separating your feet more, say in like an overhead press, adding more bands on to make it a little harder, but by doing so, it can make it difficult to, again, track where you were last time, especially if you're doing something like putting your feet a little further apart. That would be something you have to notate in your actual training notes, so just make sure that you're putting that in there if you decide to go with the resistance bands to start out. So if you're not someone who wants to get dumbbells or resistance bands, my last option for you would to be get a doorway pull-up bar and a dip bar station. Now for me, I'm using the Perfect Fitness doorway pull-up bar for this video and the Liber Fitness Equalizer dip bar station. This would be great for anyone who only wants to focus on doing body weight exercises, as you don't really need much in the way of other equipment in order to build a decent looking body. The doorway pull-up bar allows you to get in those overhead pulling movements to effectively hit your back muscles and build a really great strong looking back. The dip bar station can also be used for your back with inverted rows, but I like to focus on doing things like dips with it or even static holds like L-sits. So if you're someone only looking to focus on bodyweight style training, these would be an excellent option for you. Now, you might be someone who can't afford both, as the dip bar station I am using is rather expensive, coming in over $100 currently. If that's the case, just use the doorway pull-up bar and then go and do your other movements just using the floor and ground to hit the rest of the body. Some of the drawbacks here are you really can't do isolated movements very well. So again, I'm someone who mainly focuses on compound lifts, so it's not that big a problem for me. Yes, I have isolation exercises such as bicep curls and tricep extensions in my training, but only after I've done my compound lifts. The compound lifts to me are the most important, as they put together the entire structure of how you're going to look from your training, build the most amount of muscle, where the isolated exercises help to kind of define the muscles later on once you've built the underlying muscle and that current foundation. I get this question all the time: do the doorway pull-up bars damage your door? For me, I've had doorway pull-up bars mark my door and say like black depending on the ones I bought, but my current one, the Perfect Fitness Pull-Up Bar Pro Edition, has actually not damaged my doorway at all, which is pretty awesome. So I highly recommend that one, as it does have some padding on the back that keeps it from actually scraping across the door, where others I've bought in the past did leave black markings in the door frame. So that's something you'll want to watch out for. I will leave a link to the review of my current one in the description below. Now for my dip bar station, this thing is pretty awesome. I think it's the best that I've ever used, or that's even out there right now. Again, it is expensive, so only if you can afford it, go for it. But I would pick these two pieces of equipment, again, for anyone looking to just focus on their body weight exercises. And just note, you need to learn how to progress body weight exercises over time if you're going to go this route. So those are the 3 different options I would choose if I was looking to build my home gym. Now, of course, I own all of these equipment, and if you can afford it all, that's the best that you can do, because then you can definitely follow my online training and get the best results that way. But I understand that could be a lot of money for some of you, as it run probably close to $400 to $500 for all of those pieces of equipment if you bought them outright. So focus on what you want to do first, whether it be body weight or just bands that you want to travel with, or dumbbells, which again is my most preferred method. But just know, pick the one you want to do and go from there. And then you can add on these other pieces of equipment over time as you acquire more funds to do so. So I hope you did like this look into what you can choose to start your home gym. You do not need some fancy, massive home gym. Again, I do it in this small, tiny little office space. I don't need much. I'm actually looking to maybe get rid of some equipment, which will be a future video. But just so you know, you don't need much. I just have a tiny closet I keep everything in, and then I'm able to take it out and do my training and still get awesome results from the comfort of home. If you did like this video, again, please like and subscribe to GamerBody for more videos just like this one. Also, make sure to head over to GamerBody.com. There you can check out my current training program, as well as the equipment and resources I am using to continue to build muscle and confidence, all from the comfort of home. And that is it for this video. So again, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Be fit and game on.